Hello, fellow Spark drivers. Hope you're doing well, staying safe out there. Saturday, nice and busy here. I appreciate it. So, this video is going to apply to not only Spark drivers, but delivery drivers in general, because, we work for tips. And I was thinking this morning because I had like 3 big drop offs and $1.70 something tip. I was like, really? Now, I understand some people, they don't want to pre tip just because before maybe they didn't get their entire order, it was really late, something went wrong, so I understand. But then when I got back here to Walmart, $19 tip added. So I'm like, that's awesome. But it got me thinking, with Spark Delivery, customer pre-tips, they have 24 hours to add a tip, to edit a tip, 2 weeks to add a tip. I don't think they're aware of that. I'm not sure if they make that really obvious or not. DoorDash, you get your pay as soon as you drop off the order. So whatever the pre-tip is, you get it. Uber Eats, customer has an hour to edit the tip. And I just wish, I'll just do the same thing. Sam's Club, with the pre-tip, usually get it about an hour or two after the drop-off. So I'm like, why is that different than Walmart? But curious what you think. Because if somebody does pre-tip, they've entered that amount. And I can understand when I'm a customer, having a little window to edit. Say the order shows up and all the eggs, or some of them are cracked or broken or whatever, bread is smashed. I understand. But we need communication on that. If somebody removes a tip, we just assume that they were tip baiting. And I think that, at least with, the Spark Delivery, I'll just touch on that. There needs to be communication. If you remove the tip or you edit it, adjust it to less, you should have to input why, and that needs to be communicated to us. Because customers can be blacklisted. Not from the store, obviously, I'm not sure about that, but drivers would be like, nope, reject this offer. This person, tip baits, but we don't know what's going on. So I just wish, with all the technology we have, communication is so easy. I'd like to see it implemented in this case, in this scenario. But 1 hour window, I have no problem with that. Because with DoorDash, there's no room for the customer to edit their tip. They can probably add more. I like that they can add a tip or increase it. That's great. But I feel like when customers don't tip at all, it seems like we should get a higher rate of pay. Now, obviously, support doesn't know what's going to happen in that. But if customer says, refuse to tip, then we get a couple extra bucks. I mean, companies are just going through all this money in, and I'm not going to get into, CEOs making millions and millions. It's like, well, of course, especially if you started a company, I totally get that. It's not about that. But it is about spreading that money out, making $100 a day in just trips, that should be relatively simple in an 8-10 hour shift. As an independent contractor, we should be making bank. Because my philosophy right now is, if you don't tip, how can I tip? But that $19 tip that was added on earlier, I really appreciate that. And I wish, just like on Uber Eats, send thanks for tip, just something little. You just press a button, that's it. Not taking a lot of time or anything. But I just wish on all these different platforms we could just kind of meet in the middle and be like, okay, 1 hour window to edit the tip, and that's it. With DoorDash, I do like getting to pay all of it right away. I can't complain about that, but I can understand from the customer's perspective why they'd want a little window. But at the same time, you did pre-tip. So that's like, here's 20, go to the store, get a gallon of milk, and keep the change. It's like, okay, you come back, and they're like, oh no, I wanted 1%, this is 2%. And it's kind of like, okay. Point being, if you make a mistake or whatever, it's like, well, you already tipped me. But, money's a funny thing in that. And I just think, you know, in May, it'll be 4 years for me as a Spark delivery driver. And I wish we feel more appreciated. I don't really care what the employees think. Like, I get along fine with everybody in that, and that's great. But you know, with this job, there's no recognition or anything. It's not that nobody cares what we do, of course. Some people are like, thank you so much, and especially during the pandemic. But I'm talking cheddar. Make it competitive, the wages. You know, if you have all green metrics and you work, you know, at least 5 days a week, bump up that pay. I know offers are sent out, you know, to every driver in that, and they're not like predetermined. It's not to whom, but maybe it should be. I'm not saying make us work scheduled blocks or anything like Amazon Flex, if they still do that. But extra earnings would be nice, and you know, when the store does well, why shouldn't I do well? Why shouldn't I get a bonus or something? Truly extra earnings, you know. But you want to keep people on board, you know. Keep them excited. And that way you can, it'd be great if I could make like 200 every day, and there's just some hours there are no offers. Or we don't know about them because they refuse to fix the sound notification issue. But anyways, with tips, I'd love to hear from you, and wages and appreciation in that. Like I said, we know with this job, I'm not playing victim. We don't get recognized or anything. I've worked for retail before, and the recognition is great, and sales and that. I hope you guys can't hear that wind. It is gusting like a mother trucker out here. But I just want to be taken care of financially. That's what I care about. I'm very driven, pun intended, by money. So no awards, no ceremony, no meetings. But I want to feel competitive also. I'm doing well, you know. Another driver messes up and they're like, you know, you could be like so-and-so. They're making $20 base per trip right now. And you clean up your act and stop complaining, whatever. I hear so many different stories of people just losing their crap. And I'm just not wired like that. With me, it's like, it's cool. It's always what's going to be the next offer, you know. But yeah, so I'd love to hear from you. Leave some comments. Do you feel appreciated? If you're in a high volume area, good for you. Make that bank, that cheddar. But let me know what you think about tips and the windows and that. And does it even matter to you, or are you just like, it's whatever, edit away? But that's it for now. I appreciate you watching, and subscribe for new videos. Like this video up, share it with other drivers. I will see you next time, and keep on sparking. Maybe we'll do that for the Spark, I don't know. Thanks, appreciate it.